Okay, let's have a quick look at charcoal. Now, charcoal you can get in two forms. One is the compressed charcoal, which is formed into a convenient pencil. This is by far the easiest way to use charcoal, particularly if you've never tried it before. You can get it in different grades, such as light, medium and dark, sort of similar to the way pencils are graded, and you don't get any of the charcoal over your hands. But even so, even though it's a pencil, the size of the, I was going to say the size of the lead, but the size of the charcoal inside the wooden casing almost forces you not to be able to fiddle, and it's a great item to take with you, particularly if you're going outdoors and you need a quick atmosphere sketch to be done. The other type of charcoal is willow charcoal, and this is specially manufactured from, as you might gather, from willow, which is baked until it becomes charcoal through and through. The only trouble with this, it can get quite messy to handle because obviously you're handling the charcoal directly. If we come back to the charcoal pencil, as they say, here's one I produced earlier, and it's a simple little sketch, atmosphere sketch of a mother and daughter just walking along the street on a sunny day, and you can see with just a few little strokes how we've managed to create an atmosphere. There's no detail whatsoever in it, there's just a hint of a shadow and the sunlight coming from the left hand side and the shadow side on the right hand side. But the beauty of charcoal is we'll bring our little friend the putty eraser back into play, because with charcoal you can smudge it, and let's say we decided to get some nice tones here in the clothing or even in the face. And then what we can do, you can see what I mean about charcoal getting on your hand, by the way. Then what we can do is use the putty eraser to take out highlights, fold that in, and then pick off some more. Okay, and you're not confined either to black on white. Here's one that's given a similar texture, but I've used a cream sort of card with a nice texture on it, and that gives a similar pleasing effect but a much warmer effect. And here, if you want to go the opposite way around, we've done a black on white sketch. Now this is actually a pastel pencil. It's not strictly a charcoal pencil, but it's often used in conjunction with charcoal and charcoal pencils when you're using tinted paper. So for example, you can add highlights if you want to, like that. Just another little way in which you can be expressive about what you want to produce. Now, to finish off the charcoal section, I thought I'd just use a little bit of willow charcoal to produce a quick sketch of a tree, just to show you how free and easy it is. I've broken off a piece of charcoal. You can see it's got my hands pretty dirty already, but let's press on and see how far we get. You can see already charcoal simply does not allow you to fiddle. Just got to get in there, get broad sweeps of, I was going to say colour, but broad sweeps of light and shade in there. We'll break a little bit off and then we'll come straight down for the tree trunk. And of course you can put the thick branches by running them up vertically like that, and hitting this effect in between the sky holes in the tree, or you can draw in a more conventional manner like that. even when you want to do a little bit of detail. You can't fiddle with charcoal, just won't let you. And then what we can do after that is to bring in our old friend, the putty eraser. Let's see if we can find a clean piece, and let's see if we can take out a little bit of highlight on the tree trunk. Let's smudge that in a bit, like that. A little bit better. Very good at getting your hands dirty, charcoal. And then we'll see if we can lift some gentle highlights out. There we go. And then we finish that off with a little sweep of charcoal at the base. Never like to see a tree hanging in midair. I suppose the obligatory fence next to it. A little bit of imaginary bush. Rub that in a little bit. And there we go. Well, it took about a minute or so, didn't it? But hopefully it was worth waiting for. Here's charcoal.